Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining, let me just plug this in. Thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Right now, I'm going to be doing a ClairTarot reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. Let's just shuffle some cards. So Leo, I asked your collective energy what this reading is going to be about, and I was told to tell you to protect your energy. It seems as though something or someone has been being used to try and keep you stagnant, okay? That's not good simply because stagnation often is a result of or leads to parasitic circumstance. So let's just, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull you guys some cards. Oh, okay. How have you guys been feeling? It seems like Leo's energy has been fluctuating quite a bit. Well, that's the feeling that I'm picking up. Large fluctuations. One more time. All right. One more time, I'm told. All right. Very interesting. Very, very interesting, actually. Hold on. Final deck. Ooh. Okay. All right. So Leo, things have been going on over the past few weeks. Lots of massive shifting, lots of changes. With all those shifts, it seems as though Leo was kind of not really forced, but wound up in a rather stagnant energetic cycle with this Mercury retrograde that we're entering. All of that stagnant energy is about to be purged out. Okay, that's gonna be a lot. Have y'all ever watched that show, Dr. Pimple Popper? It was gonna be like raining an abscess. That's pretty intense. Card number 1, after the storm. So it's like you have been in a prolonged state of storm. Now, storms can be seen in many different ways. Some people choose to see storms as like, messy, inconvenient, a lot of storm damage. You have to fix everything after the storm. I choose to see the storm as something that really gifts you with the opportunity to terraform the landscape, either the physical, geographic landscape or the landscape of your mind. You've just exited a storm, or some of you are exiting the storm now. Look at that. And that's a golden Merkaba. You're being activated, Leo. You're being activated. You have your divinity intact. There's a lot of energy that's going to be pouring through. It's a massive, massive detox that's about to occur. For those of you who have been experiencing quite a bit of ascension symptoms to begin with, it's going to intensify. Please be ready for that, okay? This is not going to resonate with everyone. It's not going to ring true for everyone. But for those that it will apply to, or it does resonate with, really expect a lot of physiological symptoms. This level of purging is going to be intense, okay? Like really intense. Flu-like symptoms, body aches, a lot of sinus drainage, a lot of headache, especially in the front, the sides, the back of the head area, especially the base of the skull. because that's the placement of the Christ consciousness, that ninth chakra. You definitely want to make sure that you baby yourself a little more during this period. Eat foods that are nutritionally dense. Get as much rest as you possibly can. Um, Try your best to not allow other people to upset you so much. And you do get a say in this, because some people are gonna be like, well, how do I do that? Well, when people are acting funky, you just, you stink right now. I'm not doing this with you. Come back when you're less salty. We will talk when you're less salty. No, just that's all you got to do. This is I believe it's sign language for stop or be quiet. So if your words and your hand signs line up, there's a higher likelihood of them to understand. So when they just yap, 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 trying to get you triggered, no. Just a simple no. And you don't have, no is a complete sentence. And you just leave them alone. Walk away and tell them, you know what, we can't do this right now. We really can't. So, divine sun child, blessings of the sun falcon. This is very interesting. The the visuals of this, it feels very significant for you guys. Let me just find the actual. Hold on. Blessing of the sun falcon, the divine sun child, Horus, son of Isis and Osiris, flow to you now, beloved initiate. It's time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright and without veil, just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. Blessings of the sun falcon herald the time when your divine legacy is being born. It's your time to burn bright. So, you're going to have a lot of attention on you, Leo. Some of that attention is parasitic, some of it is not. Burn bright. Those who have been comfortable existing in their shadows, conducting their personal, private business in shadows, they're going to have a problem with you burning bright. Just like when you've been in a darkened basement for a long time, the moment you emerge from that, when you come out of that basement and into the sunlight, oh wow, the sun is super bright. 54% at 5:55. It's a lot of change. A lot of change. I'm noticing quite a bit about Leos. The Leos that I know personally, they have a tendency to, because Leo is supposed to be like the sign that craves the spotlight and blah, 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 blah. I'm just tired of all the stereotypes. The Leos that I know aren't like that. They're not. Yes, they want the undivided attention of the person they love. 55% at 5:56. That's important. Yes, they want the undivided attention of the people they love, but are they like just trying to get attention, period? No, no. I don't know them to be that way. Spotlight. Well, for those Leos, the ones who aren't trying to prove and be in the spotlight, get ready because you're about to realize you are the spotlight. Okay? You are the spotlight. Your life is about to change. Again, you're going to be going through a purging. So just be ready for that, okay? Let's see. And this is about you not giving up on yourself. This is really about you not giving up on yourself because when you've been experiencing stagnant energies for so long, that energy can manifest as like health problems, mental blocks, emotional blocks, just a lot of blocking and feeling stagnant and as though you're not going anywhere. And that's about to be cleared out. Don't give up on yourself. Don't allow the frustration to get the best of you, okay? So let us see. It's there you go. Card number 17, Green Tara. Salvation. You are your own salvation. It's time for you to allow your heart space to open up and expand. Expand it as far as you can. This is about compassion for yourself, unconditional love for self. No more comparing to other people and their process. Your process is very different. It's very unique. So, Leo, you have to have a little bit more compassion for yourself, okay? Just a little bit more. Card number 18, treasured memories. Oh, I'm getting that treasured memories of yours are going to be used to try and trigger um, an ascension cycle. And typically that that will be a painful thing, okay? Like reminiscing about old things and then getting you to kind of participate a little bit in old cycles. Be careful of that, all right? If you can quietly observe and recognize the messages and lessons that your higher self is trying to give you through that circumstance, you don't always have to experience the difficult portion of that circumstance. It can be avoided. But I mean, it's a hard thing to do. It really is until you become proficient with recognizing. Um, Oftentimes we can't avoid the circumstance that's going to teach us, but it can be done with a lot of patience and practice. It can be done. Card number 27, receiving. You're going to be receiving quite a bit of inner under and overstanding of self, of soul, of your journey. It's time for you to begin allowing yourself to process your life as you know it. This is not about you sitting out and recognizing and calling yourself out calling yourself out in all the ways you failed, because you haven't failed. You've just had a very particular expectation of certain circumstance and it hasn't panned out the way you wanted it to. Well, because you haven't released that attempt to control your journey. Um, Unfortunately, sometimes soul won't allow it anymore. Okay. You have to allow yourself to flow with your journey, flow with your process. Remember, you're in a storm. Your energy became stagnant. It's just like when a huge hurricane comes and, you know, flood happens, and then next thing you know, everything's stagnant, get all mildewy, and I don't know what else. And then you have to clean it up. Okay. You have to just kind of let go of your expectation of how things are supposed to go and just actually do it. Just do it. Oh, shoot. Goddess of 10,000 names, Isis, endless emanations of the priestess. Oh, this is potent for you, Leo. It's like, oh, treasured memories. They go together. They go together. You're allowing yourself to receive the things that were unearthed during the storm. So as you receive, the different fractals of who you were are coming back to the surface. Some of these aspects of yourself that you've kind of buried because you thought you were done with it, no, they were seeds. They were planted. And now, after this storm, they're going to rise back up. And that's okay. It's not that you are going back to a place where you shouldn't be. It's rising up for a reason. These are treasured memories. They're probably aspects of yourself that you thought you outgrew, but you haven't. Card number 34, illusion. A lot of the things that you're seeing right now, the way your life is going, the stagnancy, it's an illusion. It's an illusion. People have perceptions of things based on their limited understanding, and we all have limited understanding. This is not said um, as a way to somehow dismiss you and your abilities. No, we all have limitations that we exist within. Okay, and those filters are created through the traumas we endure during life. And Leo, you've gone through a bit. You've gone through quite a bit, and especially in the past few weeks, past few months. For some, it's been this whole year, basically. You've suffered through quite a few illusions of failure. And really, if we make an analogy in terms of working out, the greatest potentiality of muscle gain is achieved through muscle failure. Okay, that's the most efficient way to grow mass, to grow, period. But you have to be willing to nurture and nourish after the failure occurs. And I think this is what you're being called to do at this point, Leo, to begin exhibiting a softer um, response to your own journey, to your own path. Okay. Card number 25, protective nest. There you go. If you have to just sit in your nest for a little bit and be protective of yourself and your energies, I mean, that's what the title is, right? The title of this reading, protect your energy. And that's because 26, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Things will try. Pull your energy back to you, Leo. If you pull your energy back to you, it can't do anything. All those attempts does nothing but grow you. Okay? Let's see. Stay true and be in your power. See what I'm saying? I mean, this is basically a reiteration of this card. Stay true and be in your power. All right? Stop trying to fulfill the expectations of other people, because there will be people who want and need you to play a role specific to their preference. Are you here for people's preferences? Is that why you were created, why you came into this life? To accommodate the preferences of other people? Or are you here to experience this life in a way that only you can, in a way that only you can handle? And that's something you're going to have to figure out, like what part of this life is for me and what part is something that I've been participating in because I unknowingly fell into this cycle of trying to appease others, being so concerned with the outward appearance of my life and my journey that it's become basically a show for other people, And this is not saying that Leo is fake. This is saying that you've been somehow convinced by something external to attempt to live up to the expectations of others. You don't have to do that. You really, really don't. Because no matter how hard you try to please specific people, there will be other people who disagree and who will be very vocal about their disagreement. So you're going to drive yourself crazy doing that. Card number 15, radical acceptance. Just be who you are, Leo. Be who you are. All right, look at her face. She's not freaking around. No, she's not. She is not. Is that a hammer? I think we decided that was a hammer. She's about to hammer it out. Card number 49, keys on trees. If you stay in your mind space thinking about all the ways in which you failed, all the ways in which your outward appearance is not the way you want it to be, you're locking yourself in the tower. Elephants have very long memories. How are you going to get yourself out of that tower when you continuously choose to lock yourself in there? So it's time to choose to come out of the tower. All right. You have to protect your energy from being used against you, basically. You know, if you allow people in your headspace and you allow them to convince you that you're somehow failing, that's what you're going to manifest. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because failure is the most efficient path to actual success. So just kind of, keep things in perspective. Okay, Leo, definitely keep things in perspective. Allow yourself to grow unrestricted. When you're trying to force yourself to grow in a specific way, a way that you think is right, and as a human, whatever you think is right is not always right. Oftentimes, it's a very limited inner under and overstanding of your journey. Trust in your higher self. If you really trust in your higher self, you'll travel that path much easier. Okay, much easier. So, and give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me every single time I'm live. I don't know if I'm going to do another reading after this. I think I might. Who knows? Who knows? If you subscribe, you'll definitely know. You should get a notification. Thank you for joining me, guys. And I'll figure out what I'm going to do as soon as this live ends. Bye.